Today I'm going to see how other people make their SketchUp models. Out of curiosity, I'm going to type house and look for some models to download. This looks like a nice house. This looks modern. After downloading some houses, I'm interested in seeing if they layer by group or just plain explode. Let's go to the first model. For this model, I see a conceptual massing. By default, I already know he is using a simple style, so I'm guessing maybe this user just went straight to SketchUp templates. You could see the outline or the profiles, which I can disable right now with my F6 to make it lighter. So let's see his grouping. What is this? He grouped them by blocks. However, it seems like not everything is grouped well. What upsets me the most is groups that have multiple shapes connected with each other is when you're going to revise or edit them. They're basically glued to each other and you have to keep doing push and pull while trying to navigate where it is visible. Since we are in information modeling and the criteria to judge this would be by layer organization, I would give this an average score just because he used groups. Oh no. By this I would have this into a component instead, so that when he edits one thing it would be like 5 times less of the time spent pushing and pulling. Let's go to the next. Oh, this house looks good. Let's turn off the shadow. Better. I'm hoping here that the roof is grouped. Oh no, everything is exploded. I can guess that this was grouped at first or made in another program and then imported. Everything is exploded. So I'd group this roof for him. G. And it's easier now to see the floor plan. I noticed something. He has a layer called roof. However, when we hide the other layer, see that some walls are actually stuck on the roof. And if I try to edit this roof, the walls will get messed up and causing them to merge. You could see that the walls are affected. So for this solution, I'd recommend to group the roof and then put it in a tag. That way it would be easier to navigate around. Despite the good design, I'd give it an average just for knowing tags. Let's go to the third model. This looks like it came from another software, but it looks nothing like SketchUp layout. So I see profiles. I'm guessing this is in a beginner level. Let's hope they're grouped. Roof. The roof came grouped with the second floor though, but still has its own group. If I were to do this, I would have the roof as the third layer. However, there are no layers here. These exploded lines are the hassle that shows a beginner. Even though it was rushed or meant for perspective, always consider that when you have a takeoff of the area, it includes everything that was modeled. Such as this roof coming down here went straight through the house. See into the first floor. Chimney is part of the first floor, okay. Nice use of groups. It seems like Material placing has not been careful because the material outdoor went through the opening, unless that's the design. Since it's unfinished, below average, with the criteria on layer and organization. Well, this looks like a contemporary house. I could feel the lag. Same default template again. I'd suggest always going to default style, shaded with textures. Makes it a lot faster to navigate. Okay, I'm hoping these are grouped per level. First floor, second floor. Okay, roof. Oh, this is a good model. Just by the first group. Okay, these are exploded, everything else. I'd group everything that's exploded to see what is the organization. It seems like concrete, shell, flooring, and exteriors are all modeled at one time. The beauty of this is being able to change materials in the floor, get the quantity take off immediately, 210 square meters, and push and pull walls. But I don't recommend exploding everything in one layer, because what if you want to change the size of this? You can't just extrude that, and you can't just select and push them, because what's going to happen is everything else gets affected. See? So better group them. It seems like the only groups are those that might have been modeled elsewhere separately, plug in, or downloaded. Because would these actually overlap when you come to construction? It's not even a component. By this model though, I'd give it an average, just because the groups are good, but no use of tags. Okay, so you can see the building. Like this roof deck is actually grouped as one. So when I try to edit anything on this roof deck, actually go into the group and start editing from there. The problem is, without a good layering system, it might be a hassle planning or preparing for revisions. What I'd like to show here though is the layering system. As you could see earlier, all renders include the site to be used only when it's time to render. So when it's time to model, it's time to hide them. Fencing is grouped under site so that we could focus on site development. Could even remove the carport just in case when we render we would want to show the shell. If you would want to show the ledges, then that's fine. But since I don't, I just want to show the main floor, I'd put it under accessories, and these roofs as well could fall under them. Or you might notice these tags. Why is there 1.5, 2.5? Say I'm in the level 1 and I want to show stairs. I usually put them at level 1 as well, right? However, the problem with that is that if you go to the second level and you hide the first level, you wouldn't see the stairs that goes down because that stair is under the first level tag. So these 0.5s are meant for the staircases, so that 1.5 stair would show in level 1 and level 2, basically because it's in the middle. Same thing with the roof deck. If I just show the roof deck without the second floor, it just looks like a hole. So I place these steps under 2.5 so that it shows in both second level and third level. So this is the stairs 2.5, and the one going down is stair 1.5. That's just a workaround. This is one workflow out of thousands you can create. So currently I'm only using this to rush overnight. Typically I'd group them by floor.